Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, how you doing? I always say to subscribe, join the family. We always have a good time on this channel. Today's video is going to be 10 dating mistakes in your 20s. I have so much to talk about when it comes to dating in your 20s. If you want a part 2 of this video, just let me know in the comment section below, because I have a lot to say that I definitely don't want to cover in one video. So if you enjoyed the video enough for me to make a part 2, let me know in the comment section and I will do that. Before we jump right into the video, if you're not following me on Instagram, I always shout it, scream it at this point, the beginning of all videos that I create. To follow me on Instagram, you know, join the gang everywhere. The first mistake that I see a lot when it comes to the dating world and just generally dating in your 20s is rushing into a relationship. Take your time. I have preached this a lot of times when I'm speaking on dating in your 20s. You don't need to jump into a relationship with the first guy, second or third even. It's not mandatory. Baby girl, take your time. Date. When I mean date, I mean explore. I have said this a lot of times. Take your time when it comes to picking a partner, a boyfriend, or a husband. Just because everyone is getting into a relationship, or everyone is stable in a relationship, or your friends, family, everyone is just putting pressure on you to be in a relationship, doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship. Take your sweet time with it. A relationship is not like buying a new pair of shoe or a new bag or a new outfit. This is a whole life decision that you make. I mean, you could break up with the person, but then it doesn't change the fact that you dated the person. Do you get what I mean? So take your time when it comes to making decisions about being with someone, starting a relationship with someone, starting life with someone. You need time. And yes, take as much time needed to make a decision, okay? Second mistake. This is just rude at this point. The second mistake that I see a lot of people making nowadays is not laying down their expectations from the beginning. Listen, this is a huge one, because in the beginning we tend to want to be soft. In the beginning we tend to not want to come on too strong. In the beginning we tend to want to, like, you know, create like a good impression about ourselves, that we forget to let the other person know what we expect for them if we're going to move forward. And which is something that I always say to people around me, and as well as I've said before in my dating video, like, don't be afraid to let the person know your ABC and the rest, okay? Like, if you expect something, you let them know. If they're not able to meet up to that or give you that, then they're out the door. Listen, let me say something. You didn't tell me this what you wanted in the beginning, and then 2 years into it or 1 year into it, you start to request for things from me that I didn't know in the beginning, or you expect me to have done this thing or known automatically when you didn't let me know from the get-go. If you had let me know from the get-go that you expected me to do this and the third, then I'll prepare myself and know what I'm getting into, and that's what everyone deserves. The third mistake I see a lot of people making, which I have personally made, is accepting and doing things that you know deep down that you will not be able to keep up with in the long run. Like, sis, why would you accept somebody calling you shorty from the beginning when you know them right you don't like being called shorty? Like, sincerely, why would you even accept someone not pulling out the chair for you when you know that that's what you like? If you accepted something in the beginning, you have to be able to follow through with that thing till the end. He used to do this and I've not always liked it from the beginning, but you know what, now I want to speak up. Like, if you've always accepted it, like 2-3 years into a relationship, a couple months into a relationship, you accepted it, you were cool with it, you never spoke out about it, then you just have to keep accepting it. Because that's the reason why I always say that in as much as you're not a confrontational person, you have to learn to at least stand up for yourself and be able to speak out when needed. If you don't like something in the beginning, you let them know I don't like something in the beginning. It will not continue. If it continues, you cut them off. Like, I don't want to sound mean, but it's the truth. Because if you accept something in the beginning, don't expect them to be a completely different person in the middle or later on in the relationship. For me, I have made this mistake, so I can write a book about it. You basically overlook things in the beginning thinking that, oh, maybe you would fix it later. Sis, you can't. Okay? The fourth mistake I see a lot of people making right now in the dating world is making the other person your everything, planning your life around them, you know, setting goals. Every single thing that you have written down, every single plan that you have written down is revolved around them. Do you get what I mean? So when it doesn't work out, your world is in shambles. Sis, you should never, ever be in that state where you make the other person your world, your everything. Listen, I can understand if this person is your husband and your partner, then you do that. But when you're in a relationship, it hasn't gotten to that step yet. So please, don't give people accolades where it is not due. Do not raise people to that esteem when they haven't earned it. You should make plans with your boyfriend. You should have dreams with your boyfriend, but that's not your life. Like, that's not everything that you're all about. Do you get what I mean? Like, make sure that you still have that sense of self. Make sure that you still know who you are and you're an independent person outside the relationship. It is very important. Which leads to my sixth point, my sixth mistake, whatever you want to call it, losing yourself in a relationship. Sis, I have seen this too many times that it begins to irk my soul. How someone can be in a relationship with someone and completely forget who they were or who they are. Lose yourself completely, and losing yourself completely could mean like not remembering, you know, the things you used to like, or not doing the activities you used to do, or not hanging out with the friends that you used to hang out with, or completely being a different person when you're in a relationship or because you're in a relationship. And also, losing yourself could mean losing your self-care activities or routine. Oh, this one I have seen a lot, and this one, it annoys me so much because I see it mainly in marriages. Ladies especially lose their self-care routine in terms of forgetting to get their hair done, nails done, wax done, you know, skin procedures, scrub, laser, all of that, just cause you feel like you have a man now, so it's time for you to relax. No, sis, it's time for you to even amplify things. Yeah, besides, we're not doing these things because of men. Let's even start there. We're not doing this because of our man or because of men. We're doing this for ourselves, to look good. I mean, I would think that that's what every woman should do this for. You're not doing it for the next person, you're doing it for yourself. Because when you look good outside, you feel good inside. And that's the truth. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, I look good. And on the inside, you would also feel good. You don't need validation from any man or anyone to make you feel good. So why the hell would you stop all those things? I do not understand it. I really don't. So losing yourself in a relationship is a big one, because honestly, it's one of the problems that men have with women, and actually vice versa, but it's common with women. I'm not gonna lie, it's common with women when you just completely forget who you were before you were in the relationship, and that is bad. My seventh mistake that I see a lot in relationships, especially in your 20s, is accepting only love. Listen, love is not enough. God, love is really not enough. You guys, you need to understand that when someone loves you, it's not enough reason for them to stay with you or for you to stay with them. God, I don't even know how to say this for you guys to understand. There are other things that are important, like, you know, connections, you know, like activities together, which I'll get into, you know, communication, I'll get into. There are a lot that makes a relationship work, and loving someone shouldn't be the only reason why you're with them. I need you to sit down and ask yourself, with your partner or alone, you can sit down and ask yourself and be like, why am I with this person? Like, can you list the things that makes you enjoy being with someone? Let me say this now, when it comes to love, you can't exactly list the reason why you love someone, if somebody can list a reason why they love somebody, if you can list a reason why you love someone, break up with them because you don't love them. In my opinion, I believe that if you don't have a reason why you love someone, I didn't say why you're with them, love, right? Then you genuinely love them. But why are you with that person? It is on top of the list. Love's there, right? But there are other reasons why you stick with that person, why you chose to stay with the person, not just because of love. Love is never a love to keep a relationship. Oh my god, these people are about to drill again. Now, my 8th tip, since they stopped drilling, my 8th tip is not communicating in the right way, or not even communicating at all. You see, when people say I love someone, but are you guys able to communicate though? Are you both able to sit down and have healthy conversations? Lay your concerns, worries without arguing. Not saying that you guys wouldn't argue, you would argue, but are you able to argue in a healthy way? Are you able to communicate and understand your partner in a healthy way? Listen, that is very important. And to be honest, sometimes I feel like, for me, from where I'm coming from, my previous relationships, I could love someone, but when I'm able to communicate with somebody, I'll pick that over loving the person. That's just me, because communication is really hard these days to have between two people. I don't know if it's called the generation that we're in, but people just don't understand basic communication skills, or basic communication, point blank period. People don't really understand or take it as serious, which is a problem. If you're able to communicate like properly in a relationship, that relationship will flourish, because cases will arise, arguments will arise, misunderstanding will arise. But if you're both able to communicate, talk about it, dissect the issue, get to the root, the bottom of it, trust me, you'll be able to go far in that relationship. If it's one-sided, it is a problem. Jesus Christ, I have been in a one-sided relationship in terms of communication before, and I know how it felt, because the other person thought I was crazy. I'd always want to table issues and discuss issues and, you know, properly solve an issue before we move on from it, which is very important in every relationship, because if you communicate right with every argument, you properly resolve every issue before you move on. Because if you don't resolve an issue before you move on from that issue, it will pile up. It will continue to grow and grow and grow, and the day it explodes, it will explode over something little, something menial, and you'll be like, whoa, we argued over a glass of wine and next thing we're broken up. No, it's because of the build-up that you've had from a long time coming, that you guys swept under the rug and did not communicate properly about. That's what's making you guys break up, not the wine. Now, the 9th mistake, the 9th mistake that I have for you guys today is mindset. Having the mindset to marry everyone you're in a relationship with. This one, honestly, I'm not going to lie. I made the same mistake, you know. I dated to marry. That's just the way to say it, right? I always had this thought in my head that whoever I'm picking to date, I have to marry the person. So it would make me be in long-term relationships with someone or people that I wasn't supposed to be in, and I would compromise and fix situations and try to resolve issues and, you know, talk things out, just because I had the mindset that that's what I wanted, or that's what it was supposed to be, to marry the person. Do you get what I mean? That's completely wrong. You're going to waste your time. You don't even know. You will waste your time to the point that you'll be growing gray hair and you'll still be fixing issues with that man, and that's the truth. I'm not telling you to not have goals with your partner. I'm not telling you to not look at your partner as someone that you want to do life with. All I'm saying is be open-minded to the point that, okay, it might not be this person at the end of the day, and I will be okay, and I will move on to the next. I will move on to who God wants me to be. And if it's not even the next person, and that's fine. We all date people that we think are potential, so look at them as potentials and not partners already. You get? You waste your time in that relationship and you keep trying to fix him because you think that's who your husband is or who your partner is, your life partner is, while they actually aren't. And let me even tell you the bitter truth. You might be thinking of the person as your husband or your wife, but they're not even thinking about you like that. Or my last mistake that I see right now is rushing to the next step. Now, this is when you're already in a relationship. This is not before you get into a relationship, rushing into a relationship, rushing to the next step. Sis, why are you rushing? Why? Take your time and be sure. It's the same way I say to not rush into the relationship. It's the same way I'm saying to not rush into the next step. I can understand if you feel like it's the right time, but is it actually the right time? We don't move based on feelings on this channel, and I've told you guys a lot of times, emotions do count. They should always be considered. They are valid, but they are not the sole reason why you make decisions, especially life decisions. They are not the reason why you make life decisions. I can understand if things are going great. Obviously nobody is perfect, and we are not looking for perfect partners. I'm not looking for a perfect partner because me, I'm not even perfect. I am not perfect. You're not perfect. But why are you rushing to the next step? Do you think you know the person well enough to live with them for the rest of your life? And this is not just about living with them. This is doing everything with them. You're basically not an individual. I mean, you do have your individual sides, which you should never let go, but you have someone that you're doing life with. Do you think you're ready for that yet? Those are questions that you ask yourself before you move into the next step. Those are things that you test out before you move to the next step. This is not something that you just say, oh, we haven't fought in like 3 weeks, so therefore we could be married right now. Or we've not even fought for 4 months, so it's time for us to do this. That is stupid. That is dumb. And I'll tell you that for sure. So let's not move to the next step with someone without absolutely being sure that it's the right time to move to the next step with the person. Now that's all I have for you guys in this video. I honestly am hyped to say more because I have a lot just from my head, just a lot that I have seen and experienced personally that I would like to share with you guys, but I would only share with you guys if you guys want to hear it from me. So go ahead and let me know in the comment section below if you like a part 2 of this particular video, and sis, I'll create it right away. I'm not even going to stutter or blink twice. Okay, if you're not following me on Instagram already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Going to be linked in the description box below and as well as on the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.